Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Well, what a difference a week makes. About a week since my last video, and the weather has certainly turned autumnal now. It's been wet, rainy, windy. It's quite a windy old day today. However, it's not too wet at the moment, so I just thought I'd take the opportunity to have my daily ride and come out and about. You find me at the moment in the vicinity of Tame in Oxfordshire, one of my favourite lunchtime rides. I'm very lucky in that I work from home most of the time, so one of the downsides of working from home though is you spend a lot of time, as you would imagine, at home. And if you're working all day at home and then you're at home, you know, in the evenings and so on, you can go mad. So I do try and make sure that if I can, I do get out each day, usually around lunchtime, get out on the bike. And incredibly, I've done 4,821 miles on this bike, and I've had it for 11 months. So nearly 5,000 miles, and I haven't actually been anywhere on it other than local blacks, really. Outrageous, I know. I have been, I say that, I've been to one or two events on it, nothing too far away, and I've been to my parents up in Norfolk a few hundred miles in total round trip, but no big sort of bike tours, which is what really I bought the bike for, and is what the thing's built for, but I've not done those yet. So I had a few planned, but they didn't come off for one reason or other, so hopefully next year. But anyway, yeah, so that's a bit poor, so I need to sort that out. Probably my one chance on this road to get by the slow car. I don't want to absolutely thrash it today because it is a bit damp. I've got the machine in rain mode because I've been hitting some things like leaves and stuff on the road. I want to make sure that I've got maximum traction control and ABS available to me. But this stretch of road actually looks quite nice and dry. So again, another of the, I'll call it problems of coming out and just doing local trips. It's not really a problem at all, it's a great problem to have, is the fact that you get to know all your local roads very well, and you maybe get lulled into a sense where you do your favourite rides. I certainly do. I've got 2 or 3 different circuits depending on how much time I've got available. I've got like a quarter of an hour circuit, a half hour and an hour one that I do all the time, and I ride those roads again and again, and I've probably the 5,000 miles I've done on this bike so far are all done pretty much on those roads, including this one. But just to sort of make a change, what I've been doing of late, and goodness knows why I didn't think of this before, I've just been riding the routes in reverse. And I'm sure everybody else does this too, and I'm not teaching you anything new here. But if you haven't done that, if you have favourite routes and you've not tried riding in reverse, I completely encourage you to do so, because it completely and totally changes the character of the ride. In the case of this one, which is my sort of 55-minute to an hour loop, it really has improved it. There's some sections of the road that are great in both directions, but there's one section of the road, which I'll show you a bit later, that is a bit rubbish actually when you do it in the other direction. That's the direction I usually do this in. But when you do it in this way, it turns into a fantastic road. So I'll show you that in a second. Opportunity knocks. I have to say I'm very pleased with the exhaust I've put on here, the Arrow can that I fitted probably about a month or so ago now. It makes a great noise, and it sort of pops and bangs a treat on the overrun. It really has enhanced the bike, and it looks better, I think. Hello scooterist, not a nodder, they seldom are, but I nod at anybody on a bike. So I'm just coming up to the section of this route now. We're actually on the A40 in Oxfordshire, heading back towards in the Higher Wycombe direction, just past Stokenchurch if you're keeping count. And this is a section of the road that when you come round the other way and do this road, it's not very good, because it's quite slippery. It's always quite slippery down here. In fact, it's quite slippery on this bit now, as you can see all the leaves. But the beauty of it is, the road on this side goes to 2 lanes. So if I was so inspired, I can overtake this car. I don't particularly want to go blatting around in this wet, slippery weather though. I'll see how we get on by in the next corner. But it actually, it gives you a lot more latitude, a lot more width on the road much safer, I would say, in these sorts of conditions. Whereas when you come down, if you look at the other carriageway, it's very narrow, lots of leaves and wetness about, and you haven't got any margin of error, anything to play with. Not that you want to come down here super quick because of all the bends and so on, but this is just a great section of the route that hugely improves when you just reverse the direction which you come round and do it. So wholly recommend that to you. In fact, if you look at the state of that road, the overtaking carriageway, it's just disgusting. So I'm not going to get out there. I imagine that's very slippery. So there we are. That's pretty much all I have to say to you for now. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you manage to get out on your bike if you can, wherever you live, if the weather's still good. And I look forward to speaking to you next time. Until then, this has been the Mr. Fly. Cheerio.